Oh, yes, we are here, guys. Guess what? It is hump day, and you know what it is. You at the place where you about to get fed. Believe that. Man, we got something for y'all today, man. Listen, it's Wednesday. Listen, welcome, welcome, welcome from the battle to the glory. That's where we at right now. Listen, guys, I know you probably had a long day, but guess what? Sit back, grab your tea, your
Yeah.
coffee, and we got something for you today. We have a special guest for you guys today. But of course, let me introduce my co-host, lovely lady T is in the building, and my homeboy, my right-hand man, and my left-hand man, Rodney Glover, the
Yes, sir.
host of Dad Mentality. You know
Okay.
he
What's
doing
good?
his
What's
thing.
good?
And then of course our special guest, Kevin Hughes. And listen, I'm gonna listen before we get into who he is and what he about. Listen, let me let Lady T tell us how her day was, and then we go to Rodney, and then we go to Kev.
What? Well, we get to talk a little bit. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
shots,
So,
shots, shots.
oh yeah, my day was really good actually. I'm creating good habits in my daytime. I'm really, doing different routines and everything. So I was proud of myself. Yesterday was a hiccup day. My new refrigerator was acting up. I had to make all these changes. And today I woke up and it was a better day. And I'm happy about it. My daughter's in town. I've been spending time with her. It's, having my family girls, time has been good. So I'm feeling really good today. And I can't believe we're close to the end of September, y'all. Oh my God.
So crazy. I
It
agree.
is.
Rodney.
I'm good. No big deals. Did my job today. I'm really trying to be in my blessing right now. Like y'all know that I've quit my job, started a new job, quit my job, and it was something I told God I wanted to do, and God told me if you want to do it, step out on faith.
Uh-oh.
And so I did it, and now I'm starting to really realize that this is what I really want to be doing. Like, my job now isn't as glamorous as my old job, but it it is giving me the energy I get to help young men. You know what I'm saying? Help young men to do something better, change their life. And now it feels like instead of me working for money, I feel like I'm working for a purpose in making money. And I love that. I love that more than I love I love the fact that yes, I was making a lot more money before, but I wasn't happy. I hated going to work. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't, the only thing that made me happy was the paycheck. Now I'm at a point where, I'm happy. I get to mentor these guys. I get to talk to these guys. I'm helping the guy move out of his situation and get a house now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's those type of things that make me feel more, I guess, more filled than the money did. So I'm just living in my blessing right now. I'm happy.
Yay.
All right, so
Man,
Kev,
that's
man,
nice.
let them know who you are,
Man,
Kev.
I
Shine,
love
man.
that. Man, I appreciate that. Anyway, man, Mr. Glover, man, because that's what it's about. It's about finding your purpose. So first off, I am Kevin Hughes. As you can see under my name, new author of book. Got it right here, y'all. The Soul of a Man, available on Amazon right now. Shameless plug, but we'll talk about that later. And speaker. Been a speaker for here some time now, preacher, of course. And Barbara. I'm in my barbershop right now. My day was filled, man, with excitement, man, because here I am getting the opportunity, man, to use my gift, to use who God has crafted me to be, man, who I am in my purpose, like Rodney said. I get this opportunity to be on here with y'all, man. So like I've been saying all day, man, it's up and it's stuck. So I'm excited to be here, man. Let's go. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen,
Love the
well,
energy.
word, I do too, man. We about to have a good show today. But my day was great, real productive, what I'm saying, working. It's a lot going on in the city. But just going to work, handling my business and coming home, relaxing, getting ready for this show. And listen, definitely, it's about to be on fire right now.
Yeah.
Are you observing or absorbing? Which one are you really doing?
Yeah.
Lady T, we're gonna start with you because yes, this is your topic, and you know you come with the fire. Listen, are you observing or absorbing? Which one are you doing?
Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all, I got a little tongue issue with it, so I'm absorbing. I have to say things really, I don't want to mess up the word. I'm absorbing things in life, and I'm also observing. Am I saying it right? Yeah,
Observing. You gotta put that V in there.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
observing. I'm observing. That's what it is. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm observing. I'm terrible with. I was like, and I saw this topic. I was like, daggone it, this is gonna be me having difficulty.
Y'all know I'm a Nazi when it comes to that. Yeah.
I know. It has a lot to do.
Go ahead. I got you. I'm working on it as we wait. I'm working on it for my turn.
Yeah, because it's a lot, right? Okay, but anyway, I'm really paying attention to people. I'm looking at people. I'm paying attention to life. I'm paying attention to what's going on in the world. I'm paying attention to me. I'm paying attention. I'm really looking. I'm observing. I'm paying attention to a lot what's going on, and I am just waiting. I'm sitting back and absorbing the information and letting God work within me. And that is something that I feel like we need to watch and pray more often, where we are really watching the way life is unfolding for us, pay attention to ourselves, be aware, and then let God take it in and see how it all manifests. Because honestly, I can't tell you what is good for you. You can't tell me what is good for me. We all have our own journey. So what I feel like I have to tell everybody is to look at it as observe what you are doing. Pay attention to what you do, how you see others are doing things. If you are around a whole lot of chaos and confusion, ask yourself why. Why? What is this something I'm doing? Ask questions, but then want better. Have questions that make something else, a door will open for you because you're paying attention. You're asking the inner self, the God within you, to have something to give you an answer for whatever it is that you have the question about. So I feel like we have to do both of them, really, but I am more now looking at people. I'm paying attention. I'm really, and then I have to control myself. I have to control my mouth. I have to control my body language, how I move. We are here talking right now, but if you saw my body language, you would see that I'm doing a lot of this. I have a lot of hand gesture I got to get myself together with. I want to be like this, just cool and calm, but so I have to pay attention to me, right?
I don't see it happening later.
I know, I really do try. So this is me, rehearsing all the time, right?
I hear you.
But I think it's
I like the fired up Lady T. I would never tell you to hold her in. You know what I'm saying? I love it. It's to me, the truth and the passion is always the best idea in my passion. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Nope, I'm good. I said both, so whoever is next.
For me, I for a long time in my life, I feel like I've been observing, and I now am at a point in my life where I'm now I can't say the word. I can't say it. Absorbing. There we go. Thank you. Well, because now I'm really into that. Like when people talk to me, I take a minute and really digest what they're saying before I give my response. Because it used to be the old me always just said everything without thinking, caring, or worrying about your feelings after what I just said. You know what I'm saying? And in some aspects, that is not necessary, but in a lot of aspects, I want to work on. I've been working on really making sure that I only speak positive. And sometimes when something's negative, I'm learning now to just let it go. Like if my answer is something besides if it's like if they're asking me a question and for me it was always just give them the truth, no matter what. But you can still give the truth in a more positive way. You know what I'm saying? And I always try to make sure I take the time to absorb the things now to make sure that what I'm saying is coming out in a positive way, even if it is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be, I don't have to be, my wife would say I'm super sarcastic.
Mhm.
And I've tried to learn that everything doesn't have to be sarcastic, which is still my nature. You know what I'm saying? My nature is like half the time I don't even remember what I just said. You know what I'm saying? Like you asked me a question, I'll give you the answer, keep walking, and I forgot you even asked me the question. So, you know, now it's about really absorbing what people are saying to me, what they're coming to me, and taking the time to really think about, like, how can I say that? How, you know, how would I say that? How would God say that?
Yeah.
You know, we go back to that Jesus mentality, and not even say how would God say this, but how is He leading me to talk to this person and give them that answer. You know, sometimes I'll tell you, well, I got to get back to you on that. I gotta really think about that, process it, let it go. Especially when it comes to my kids and my wife, I've learned that too. Because back in the day, I'd be like, I don't know, I don't care, Mark, keep on walking. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like now I'm at a point in my life where I need to be more absorbing the information, absorbing what I'm saying. That way I am thoughtful in what I'm saying back and not just giving a, you know, which could be still the truth, but giving it in a way that they can then take it in a positive light, opposed to thinking that I'm attacking them like Chef Dennis does me. Kevin, your turn.
Yes, Kev. What's going on over there?
That was hilarious. That last pew pew. Pew, pew.
I know, right?
Hey, that thing was out my ear. Like, wait a minute, I heard the sound effects, man. Man, so when you said me absorbing, the first thing that popped in my mind was spiritual. And the reason it was spiritual, it wasn't even the physical attributes of what those words mean. It was, okay, where are you spiritually? Are you observing? Are you absorbing? Me being a preacher and a prophet, I am probably more so always observing, because I'm a seer. God shows me things through vision, through sight. But if I tell you the season that I am in currently in my life, I am absorbing. I'm taking everything in because God has given me new territory. And it's one thing, man, when you pray and ask God for new stuff, but it's another thing when He like, all right, you want it, here you go. And you can't just come in that thing talking about, yeah, I see this, I see that, all right, and I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna run. You have to actually take in what the season that you're in. And with me in particular, I'm in my writer season. I'm in this season now to where if this is all new for me. So I have to pay more attention. I have to be able to call my mentors and say, hey man, this is what I'm thinking and this is where I am. I have to be more intentional about absorbing information, about absorbing the things that are given to me. But on the spiritual aspect, man, I'm always watching. I'm always watching, man, because I think God has gifted us and crafted us people with a little bit of seasoning on them. We have to be observing at all times, man, because the enemy is crafty. So spiritually, I'm observing, but in this season of my life, man, I am a sponge, man. I am absorbing. Absolutely.
That was wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, as for myself, I'm pretty much doing both as well. And the reason why is because, you know, I try my best to saturate my spirit with the word of God.
Yes, sir.
And so when I say saturate, just think about a rag. You said it earlier about a rag. When you wring out that rag, what comes out of that rag is what you wipe up. And so when I look at it like that, I want to make sure that my heart is saturated with the things of God and the things of the, you know, the character that I'm supposed to possess. You know what I'm saying? For me as an individual. And then I'm always observing because I'm looking at the surrounding. I'm looking at the spirits that people are carrying. Are they coming to attack me? Are they what type of agenda do they have? You know, because sometimes you can be just sitting in the place and the enemy say, let me go over here and test Dennis. And that's where my observing comes in, because I'm looking at that individual and I'm saying, okay, what is the agenda for today for you? And you know, and you have to be aware of that. And so that these are the things that I'm doing, because guess what? As you start to elevate in God, right? The enemy is waiting to trap you up. When you begin to elevate, he's looking to trap you up, because that's when you start elevating and he's sitting there like, okay, how can I trick? How can I pull Chef, Tom, Lady T, Rodney, or Kevin? How can I pull you down? He begins to surround himself around you and find out how he can trap you. And so you gotta, that's where the observing coming at. You have to watch your surroundings. You have to watch the people that come into your circle. We always talk about that, but you have to be mindful of the people that come into your circle, because they do have an agenda. What that agenda is, it's up to you to find out, because everybody that comes around you, not for good. They're definitely coming to steal, kill, destroy. And so you got to be observant of that. And so I want to be saturated in everything that's righteous. And so sometimes I make mistakes. Sometimes I make bad decisions and say the wrong thing. And I got to be, I'm definitely humble enough to say, you know what? I should have said that. I want to correct that. I might come back and say, you know what? Yeah, that wasn't kind of right. And that's where the vulnerability and accountability comes in at. And so I'm doing both. But, you know, ask yourselves this, and whoever's watching, how much of absorbing are you doing?
Yeah.
And what you're absorbing, what is it? Is it of God? If it's not of God, think about it. Is it something that's adding value to your life?
That's good.
Is it? Because if it's not adding value, think about it. Is it something that you want, something that you desire? What about God? What he has for you? Just think about that. Right, Lady T?
Mm-hmm.
So what are you really doing?
Well,
And look, don't take this.
Let me talk.
Let her cook, man. You know.
Well, for me, I'm going through a transition, you know, like Kevin. I'm also having to take in knowledge, and I have to stay focused on it, and I have to be very precise about how I'm doing my learning stages, right? I'm learning right now. I'm going through a transition, and I feel that I'm absorbing all of the information as best as possible, but it's also a challenge because, you know, back in school type of behavior, you know, where you're learning so much and then you have to try to regurgitate it and say it in the way that comes out of your heart, you know, and that's really difficult for me because I have so much that I would love to give knowledge to other people, what I've read and learned about, but the words just don't come out right. And I feel like God is working on me to wait, to have to, you know, continue to study. I am in a place where I have more time. I have more opportunity and resources. I am provided so much what, you know, God has done in the past for me. I'm grateful. So now I have to trust in God and, you know, absorb his will for my life. And also stay grounded in who I am and where God brought me from. Because there are so many things that have happened in my life that I have learned and I've, you know, brought into my life that has been such a blessing to me. That was confirmation that God has always been with me. And I cannot blaspheme that. I cannot say that the Spirit was not with me just because I did something that other people do not agree with or other people do not understand. I am who I am. You know, and so I am going through a different stage in life where I'm having to broaden my way of communicating, the way I am holding myself up in this world. I am becoming somebody else that I have no idea who I'm going to be. And I'm trusting that God's going to work it all out. I'm just going to keep going day by day. And I'm do my best to love, to show a smile. A lot of people have told me, and I'm so glad to hear this, that people say that, Tani, everything that you're going through, all that you've been through, you still have a good smile on your face and a good attitude. And I've heard that a few times now. And I said, thank you, because it let me know that it's not me. This is God working in me. I have the joy in my heart. Nothing can steal that away from me. The devil's going to try to steal your joy. Do not allow it to steal your joy, because you know what God has done for you. You know where God has brought you through. And that is how I stand. I stand grounded in the word of God for my life. And I will honor that. And I'm so grateful. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So it came out. Okay. So that's where I'm at right now. Transitioning. That's all,
One thing about transition, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt who was just speaking. But one thing about transition, it's always uncomfortable, whether if you're growing vertically or horizontally. Transition, it expands you if you're growing horizontally, and it will stretch you to a place if you're growing vertically. Now, if you look at that spiritually, we can sometimes get comfortable in a place. And it sounds like your transition has a lot to do with you being comfortable and you growing into this next phase of your life. So God is, when he begins to pull and he begins to stretch you, is not to discomfort you and make you feel like you less than. It's actually to expand your territory. And that's what it sounds like to me. I know nothing about you, but it sounds like God is expanding and he's taking you to a different place that you quite don't have an understanding.
No,
but you said something so perfect that you're trusting the process as you go. Yeah. The dope thing about trust is trust. And I got this from my kids, man. They taught me something when they were little. We would play this game where they would get on the edge of the bed and then they would act like they were flying in my arms. Mm-hmm. And they would fly in my arms all different kind of ways, Chef, all different kind of ways. And I'm like, y'all not afraid that I'm going to drop y'all? They said, no, you're our dad. You're going to always catch us. Mm-hmm. So in your case, you're trying to trust God that he's always going to catch you because he's behind you in your growth. Yeah. That's what I got out of what you said.
But, I'm going to add to this. I'm getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I am very good at
that's it. That's a bar.
I'm really good at it now. Like I'm smiling through my uncomfortableness. And I'm, I could be shaking in my boots and I'm still, hey, how you doing?
I used to be hurting like a mug.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you that it is y'all know, and I've said it going through that uncomfortableness, but it is amazing when God comes through for you, when you don't see it, you're like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have no idea how this is going to happen. But, God tells you to keep going forward. Keep going forward. And you say, okay, I'm going to keep going forward and keep going forward, keep going forward. And then all of a sudden, boom, God reveals it. The door opens. The thing happens that you had no idea how it was going to happen. I'm still gleaming over my daughter, the situation with my daughter. My daughter graduated and she wanted to go to school and this, that, and the other. My wife lost her job at the beginning of the year. I told you I quit my job on faith and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, all right, well, I'm going to have to pay for college. I don't know how I'm going to pay for this. You know what I'm saying? I'll figure it out. And then I was going to tell my daughter, I was like, look, baby, you might have to go to community college. You might have to do this. But then God told me no. God told me no. He's like, nah, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. And I was like, all right, well, we having this graduation party. Okay, party's great. Just another good. All right, next. All right, well, where's it? God. It's like, nah, all right, well, she got to move in. Move her in. All right, move her in, God. You tell me you move her in. This, that, and the other. And like I said, to make the long story short, the day that she started classes, we get the email that her tuition went from $14,000 to $1,300. And that ain't nothing but God. You know what I'm saying? And I keep on telling people right now, you can't tell me God ain't good. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't, my smile will not come off my face. This, I am happy. It don't matter what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Car breakdown, don't care. You worried about that car, like that car anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. But you know, it's just that when you do step out on faith and God gives you that message and tell you like keep going, and then when you get there and you're still like you know, like I don't know how I'm getting there. But you know, somebody brought it up today about about them. As a matter of fact, no, it wasn't today. It was yesterday when they talked about them being in the wilderness for 40 years. You know what I'm saying? Because they weren't listening to God. They kept on coming up with the false idols, doing this, doing that, you know, which made the process longer. But when you really just trust in God and walk and do what He tells you to do,
yes, sir,
He will come through for you, and it is amazing. I'm excited, like Lady T, for when that happens for you, because I know it will. You know what I'm saying? When it happens for you, when you get on that journey and you get to where you're going, and God reveals everything to you, because a lot of times, like I told my wife before, it's the thing I don't even see. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see it. The whole time I'm walking forward, and then all of a sudden God tells me turn around, there's a door behind me. That's the door. You know what I'm saying? Never saw it. So it's just one of those great things that when you do follow what He tells you to go and do what He tells you to do, and you follow Him, the door will open.
Yeah, that's real. You know, that's that trust journey, man. If we put biblical context to what you just said, man. Remember, Abraham was sent to kill his son, the son that God promised. He gave him the promise. It wasn't until he was about to do it where God said, hold on, player. I appreciate that you were about to do this. But if you look up, there's a ram in the bush. That's the whole point of it, is you have to go through the process. You have to, even if it's uncomfortable, Lady T, even if you feel like, man, this could be very much a part of the promise that you gave me, and you telling me that I got to go get rid of it. I have to slaughter what you gave me. Come on, God. We spend too much time questioning Him in that area instead of saying, all right, God, for you I live, for you I die. If you said it, then I know you will supply the need. That's what Abraham did. He said, hey, man, I don't expect to go up here and kill my son. But if you don't say nothing else, I'm going up here to kill my son, because I know you will supply. He was so locked in that the knife was up. He was so locked in to what God had called him to do in that moment, man. And God had to say, whoa. Yeah. So just get locked in. Enjoy the journey. I'm often reminded this, Chef, man. I don't know why I keep on interrupting you. I apologize.
No, you good.
But man, I'm often reminded this, man. God ministered to me, man, about Psalms 23. And the Bible says that, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death and all those different things. What God ministered to me about, man, is everybody is looking to get on a mountain. But what people don't understand is everything that you need is in the valley. Everything that you need is in the valley. It's no food growing on top of that mountain. So yeah, you may conquer the mountain, but guess what? You got to come right back down from that mountain and go right back into a whole nother valley. But the dope part about Psalms 23, he said, hey, hold on, just know that, yeah, you might be walking through the shadow of death. But guess what, man? I'm with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you through your valley season. I'm going to make sure that I give you the manna if you need it, if that's the season that it's called in for. I make sure that in the valley that, hey, look over there, there's water for you to drink. We can't get so blindsided by being in our going through season, and we so much in a rush to get to our mountain season that we don't appreciate God in our going through season, because that's where your testimony is. Embrace the going through season.
Yep.
Oh, I like this. I like him, Chef.
I like it too.
Hey, I like him.
I like that valley,
You just
we
stay
gotta
quiet.
go
Go
to the
ahead, Kevin. Go ahead. What you got for us next, man?
Hey,
listen,
God,
Kev powerful. Kev is powerful, man.
Lord, yeah,
I know. Listen, I was anxious to get Kev on here. I saw Kev, him and his wife was singing. I said, they got some pipes too, y'all. Look, they try to hide. God said, I got something else for you. I got another gift for you. Come on, use that gift. Let them know. Kev is a singer too, and his wife. We
got some shout out. I guess I don't know. Is Royce Hughes? Is that that's your wife?
Yeah, that's my wife. What's up, baby mama?
She in the comments saying, "What's up? How you doing?
What's up, baby mama?
Okay, we got
We
Royce
got- we-
in there. We got Reginald Foreman here in the
That's his
comments.
homeboy.
And
Yeah, that's big.
Tanya
brother.
Foreman. Okay.
Yeah,
All
that's
right, they
family,
definitely in there. Let us know where
Yeah.
you at in your. Are you in your absorbing season or your observing season? Observing season or absorbing season?
Yeah.
You know, let us know where you at in the comments. We
She said,
interested.
hey, baby.
Hey,
Mhm.
Hey,
Go.
Kev, but so since you was on a roll, let me ask you something. And this
Yes, sir.
is for everybody that's on the panel. Look, so when a person don't know God, how do you give them the substance that they need? I know you're gonna allow God to be your mouthpiece, but what would be the first thing you would tell somebody to encourage them to call on God when they really need it?
Man.
Not just in the place of because they're going through a suffering season or pain because they lost one. I'm talking about encourage them, say, listen, God is the way. How would you encourage them on that journey where without a shadow of doubt that they need God? It's only God that's going to be able to do it for them.
Man, the first thing, man, I learned how to be what I needed when I was in that season. I've learned how to be exactly what I wanted when I wanted somebody to come and see about me. See, man, I grew up in the church, right? And the first chance I got as far as I could away from church people. Because what I experienced and what I saw, I wanted no parts of it. I want to know parts of them. I want to know parts of God. I ain't care what my mama said. Yeah, I hear you. You can go and run around the church, but I really see y'all for who y'all are, and I'm about her. First chance I got. And when she would make me come back to church, I made sure I smell like some of the best weed that you can buy because I ain't no point. So I knew, but what I really was, I was crying out for something or for somebody to see me for me. So just so happened, I'm a barber, right? I get to see people, most especially men, at their worst. And I have to be creative enough to not only give them what they came for, but make them look much better than what they left. So every single person that come in contact with me here in the barbershop, my job is to, first of all, allow you to trust the grounds that you already own. So I have to meet you where you are. We be getting so deep and spiritual, bro, that we don't even want to meet nobody where they at. We only want to preach and minister to people at church or in a church setting. No, I'm not. Hey, how you doing, bro?
Where that collection plate at, man? Hold on. I feel that collection plate getting ready to be needed. Hold on. Let me get this. Yeah, come on. Go ahead. Preach, brother. You talking for real. Man. Real talk. Yeah,
that's real. And I said, I remember when God came to see about me, man. I posted that video, the video, Chef, when I got saved. I found Christ, not looking for him. I'm going to repeat that one more time for the people in the back. I found Christ, not looking for him. It wasn't a preacher that can come to me and minister to me. I grew up in church. I know the word backwards and forward, just like the devil. And I even was at the point where I was preaching to people in the clubs. All right, God, I'll go ahead and minister to them, but let me go ahead and get a double of that Hennessy real quick. I can be a church person too. But God came to see about me in a trash truck, man. It wasn't in no church. So if God took the time out to come and see about me in a stinky, funky truck, bro, in my worst state where I was not looking for him, who am I not to allow that a person that's not looking for him to be uncomfortable and not see God in me? You ain't supposed to see God in me because I told you I was a Christian, bro. You supposed to see God in me because that thing beaming out of me. How you doing? I got the joy of the Lord. For real, for real.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And that thing should beam out of me. And every person that come in, hey man, how you doing? How is your day? Most of us men, bro, don't nobody even care about how our day going. And you want to come to me with some God stuff? People don't care. But guess what? If I can show you a reflection of Christ, then I'm more likely to minister to you where you are. And God just so happened to allow me to go through some crazy stuff in life, bro. So I can relate to a lot of people that's knuckleheads that the church folks are gonna run away from. I can just so happen relate to them. I got tattoos and I'm from the hood. I can meet you where you are. God came to find me. So he'll use, quote unquote, people like me. And I'm okay with it, bro. I'm good with it. I got an atheist client, bro. And his name, I don't know if he watched it. I'm sorry if you are watching, or if he watched this later. His name is Jireh. And he's an atheist. And you know what he told me? He said, man, most people think that I believe in God because of my name. And he take pride in people knowing his name and thinking that he a believer. He said, but you know what? You never said nothing. All you did was show me that it was cool to be a Christian. Do you mind telling me about that God you serve?
There you go. Mm-hmm.
That's ministry.
Yeah.
The reflection of who I am naturally, man. That's what ministry is. Mm-hmm. So I hope, man, I know that was loaded, but I hope that answered your question.
Nah, you, man, listen.
I love
God you serve. That's what he said. The God you serve. He saw it. So I like that.
No, for real. Yes.
That's how it goes. That's how it's supposed to be. A beacon of light. That we,
man,
the biggest thing, in my opinion, and I feel it's very similar to Kevin over here, is that the biggest thing is the no judgment. You know what I'm saying? The no judgment, because unfortunately, people who have grown up in the church and things like that, I don't know, but that judgment thing is real when it comes up when you've grown up in the church, and especially if your parents are in the church in some type of whether they're a pastor, a reverend, or a deacon, or something like that. You get a lot of that judgment, and to me, the judgment in church is really the thing that hurts a lot of people's opinion of church. You know what I'm saying? That I'm very grateful that my pastor, you know, like I said, I've been with him. He's my youth pastor. And the only reason I know he don't judge is because I was the exact same way. I came to church with guns and drugs. You know what I'm saying? In the service.
Let something jump off. You at least you know I'm
sitting there, sitting there, and my pastor talks about it. He brings it up. He brought it up this Sunday. We had a men's conference. He brought it up in Tough Talk. He brought it up that he was like, yeah, there's some of these people that have been with me since they were kids, and when they were kids, they were not. And I actually spoke. I was like, he talking about me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And but it was the truth. But the thing that I told him is I still remember the prayer. Yeah. I still remember the prayer because no one was praying over me. No one. You know what I'm saying? And I still remember that this man saw me there, knew I had guns and drugs on me. Yeah. I had two other people with me with guns and drugs on them. You know what I'm saying? And we came in there, and guess what? He looked at us and he prayed. He took us and he prayed over us. You know what I'm saying? And prayed for us, and it never left me. You know what I'm saying? And I had been in the church all my life. I've been in church all my life. My mom brought me to church, blah, 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 this, that, another. But I still remember 3 different people praying for me. One was the pastor's wife. She prayed for me. And I remember when I met her, I could see her glowing. And I always said I wanted that. I was like, whatever she got, that is something else right here. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when people say when they met Michelle Obama or something like that, or what you call it. When I met the pastor's wife was glowing. My best friend's mother prayed for me in the 6th grade because I was going down the wrong path then. And she prayed for me. And I remember that next day, I said, well, I got to get myself together. If she praying this hard for me, I need to do better. You know what I'm saying? And I still remember that. And it's just the whole, I talked about how prayer can be just how it can be so changing for a person, but it may not be till 20 years later. You know what I'm saying? That prayer may not be till 20 years later where that prayer becomes effective, where that prayer still sticks with that person, where he finally decides, like, look, like I had to get tired. I had to get to the point where I was like, I just want different. Like, I just really want different. I'm done. Like, I'm tired of doing chasing these same things, doing the same crap, and it's not even fun no more. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I got tired. And then that's when I started looking towards something different. But I still went back to his church because I trusted him. I knew that there was be no judgment here. Even I hadn't seen him in 10, 15 years. He still hugged me like I was that boy Like I was that 16-year-old boy. You
Man.
know what I'm saying? And I still get no judgment from him no matter what, even though, you know, it took me some time to be a regular. And I mean, the great thing about like my pastor, he said there's no membership at his church. He don't believe in membership. Your membership is with God, not with the church. You know what I'm saying? He always preaches about the church as a tool. He's a tool. He's a tool for God. You know what I'm saying? And I don't owe him nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's always something like that. And I mean, that's the thing. But then you got the opposite of some churches. Like my wife, her old pastor at her church, they believed that women couldn't wear pants. And this I'm talking about when she was little. So she was little. And one day she cut her leg. She cut her leg and had a like a 3-inch scar on her leg. And she didn't want to go. She had it wrapped up and everything, and she didn't want to go to church in a skirt or whatever, and people could see it. You know, see it on a joint. So she put on pants, and he stopped the sermon to point her out because her father was a deacon. He's like, how do you let your daughter come in here with pants on? You know what I'm saying? In the middle of a sermon, and to me, that's crazy work. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy work to be that judgmental about something like that to a young girl. And that didn't destroy my wife. My wife is a great woman of God. Yeah. But that always left an oppression on her. You know what I'm saying? The scar, literally a scar, and left another scar because she felt like, you know, she always still had that issue when we went to churches and things like that. Like it was not, you couldn't, you know, but who wants to go to a place where you're going to be judged? Yeah. You know, the safeness that you want to feel safe where you can know that when you're going through something that you can make a mistake, that person's going to help you and love you no matter what, because they really love God, not because of how, you know, they want to judge you or whatever the case may be. So anyway, I don't know why I went on that tangent. I apologize.
No, it was needed, man. I think people got to understand, man, there's no condemnation in God, in Christ, man. I promise you, it's no condemnation. You shouldn't feel condemned by who God has crafted you to be, man. Now, I will say that, you know, I get when don't be skimpy or don't be crazy out with it, you know, but I love the fact that whom the Son sets free. It don't say who the Son is set free that like to wear baseball caps. You know, it don't say who the Son set free that like to wear long shirts. It said who the Son sets free is free indeed, man. And when you live in a liberty of freedom, bro, then you understand that, hey, man, it don't matter what I got on. If I want to wear a tank top and some shorts, it shouldn't matter. But I think there's an understanding, and there is also a know-how as you grow. As you grow, it's understandable when you change up your style. You know, I don't wear my pants sagging no more, bro. First of all, I'm in my 40s. I want my pants up, tied up, because if they fall down, I'm probably going to fall down, bro. And I ain't trying to do all that. I'm too cool for that. So I'm not sagging on the strength of that. You know, but I rather look more like a classier guy, man. That don't mean I don't like my tennis shoes. That don't mean I don't, you know. So I think people should take away the tradition, man, which I know that's the real war. That's the real spiritual war. It's between tradition and true holiness. And people gonna get upset when they realize tradition and holiness ain't even cousins, bro. They don't even go together. They don't know nothing about each other other than tradition is what blocks people, man, from the kingdom, dog.
Yeah. But I also believe that the church's job is not to change people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because God, hold on a second. But let me finish before I say something. Let me finish before you interject. The church's job is not to change people. It is to introduce them and show them the way. But God changes the person. The thing about it is, it says, "Come to me as you are, and I will make you fit as a man." It don't say, "Come to me perfect." Come to me, you know. Come to me not with your pants sagging. Come to me not with your skin tight dress on. It don't say none of that. You know what I'm saying? And God, and he said, "And I will make you." You know, so the church,
that's real.
the church, it don't matter what church you go to. You're not going to go to heaven and be like, oh, I'll go to Ebenezer. And he go, okay, let you in. You know what I'm
And my
saying?
people's over there. Yeah,
You
you good.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
good.
So
Three
it
and
don't,
four. Go ahead, y'all good.
huh?
No,
Yeah,
no.
it don't matter. Oh, you was on road 2? You always
Yeah,
sat front row there? Oh, yeah, you get in. Like that.
We lost.
He coming
He
back.
must have pushed something.
Yeah, he must have pushed something. He coming back. Y'all just on fire right now.
Hey
For
man,
real.
we just flowing right now, man.
I know that. That's why I'm sitting back in the cut. I'm just he's taking the pictures and everything, man. But look, hey, look, the spirit is definitely moving, and look, you guys are being encouraging, and here you go.
Coming on.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm over here animated like Lady T. I went and hit my so, you know.
You over there using your hands.
Yeah, y'all got me. I'm feeling good. Thank you. Anyway, all right. Now I don't even remember what I was saying, but anyway, I knew the church. You know, God is going to change. You know what I'm saying? My pastor said, I've brought no one to Christ.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? God will bring you to Him. He's the thing that's going to make. You know what I'm saying? I'll show you the light. I'll show you the way. I can help you get there. I can plant the seed. But the rest is between you and God. It ain't got nothing to do with me. And when you get to heaven, don't call my name. Don't tell them. Don't be like, oh, Pastor Dorsey said I can get in. Oh no, I didn't. So you know, it's that's the thing for me. Is just like shine your light and let you know your light should be bright enough that people want to be attracted to it. Because when you're in darkness, what are you attracted to? You attracted to light. You know what I'm saying? And you want to see that true light. Like I said, when I still remember that prayer when she was glowing to me. And I was like, yo, whatever she's on, I want that. Like I need some of that, whatever she's on. So I mean, you know, it's when you see these true things and you see these things, they stick with you forever. Like you can't deny when you really meet a person who's on fire for God and this, that, and the other, it sticks with you. You know, I give Chef Dennis a lot of crap every once in a while, but one thing about him, when I watched the show and I saw him, it stuck with me. Now, I wanted to be on the show because I didn't agree with everything he said, but it still stuck with me, his fire and how he was. I was like, this man telling his truth. I like that. I want to be a part of this. So, you know, but anyway, that's the
you don't agree with me for what? For why and why?
Don't worry. Because you're wrong.
Into it.
I don't agree with you because you're wrong. Why you want to get shot at? Like I'm trying to. I said my piece and I'm trying to be.
Hold on, wait. I'm trying to figure out what you don't agree with. Huh?
He's trying to start up.
Yeah, I agree. I don't agree with you when you say judgmental things. I don't agree with that.
Or is it the fact of the correction part? Which one is it? Correction or judgmental? Because when correction comes, when correction comes,
how you gonna tell me what I'm saying?
But
that's what I'm talking about. Like, how you gonna tell me what I'm saying? You asked me the question, I answered it, and you don't like the answer. Now you're gonna tell me that ain't it.
No, that's your answer. But I'm saying correction is a form of to others where you being judgmental, but it's about correction. It don't got nothing to do about me being judgmental. It's about correction. This same thing. It's certain things you can't do. Once you begin to see, and people don't like
there you go. There you go. Go ahead and say it. No, say it.
I'm
going to say it. I did.
People don't like it when you tell them what they cannot do when they begin to walk for God. And that's all about
So tell me what I can't do.
I don't have to tell you that.
Good. There we go. That's why I like. Now we talking. Don't tell me because you ain't the person to tell me.
Guess what?
You ain't the person to tell me what I can and cannot do. Okay. You a sinner just like me.
Slow down for a minute. Listen to me. I want you to slow down for a minute, okay? And I'm being serious. I want you to slow down. Listen, it's a time and it's a season for me. As if I'm God going to tell me to tell you something, it's going to be the perfect time. This ain't the place to do that. So this ain't it's not about me and you. It's about just being able to talk to people and the right setting, you have to be able to correct them. Now, if they want to receive it, that's on them, but it's got to be the right setting. And see, that's where a lot of people get things messed up. They say, oh, you, like you said, judgmental. It's not about judgmental, but it's about saying what, when you begin to say, I'm following Christ, now it's a different story. And you in around the right people that's doing the same thing, and you comfortable, that's when it's the right setting. Because I don't go to everybody and say, well, you can't do this. No, it's certain people. It's the circle that I'm in right now. Like when I go to men's ministry, it's transparency in it, right? Like the young man, I'll give you an example. Roddy, I'll give you an example. This guy said, this is personal, but it's he was being vulnerable, young, 26 years. He's a nurse, right? And he want to be a chef. And then he said he got the girls. They want to, talk to him because he got everything going on. Now this is what he said. He smashed, right? Now all the men jumped up like, all right, what's going on? Because he's walking into success, but the enemy to his soul is tricking him. And he said it. And what we do, we didn't say, well, you sinned. We didn't do that. What we did was we began to encourage him and say, listen, that is the trick of the enemy. You can't, it's not, forget about the sex outside of marriage. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what he's trapping you, how he's getting ready to make you fail, because guess what? You already walking in success. You're doing the work. You're landing the foundation. And guess what? They see that. And what they want to do, they got their hand out. And so that's what I'm talking about. It's not about saying that he did something wrong. It's about correcting him and saying, look, this is the way. And guess what? As a man that walking into success, guess what? If this is not the woman for you, guess what? You can ruin everything that you have right now that God's about to give you more. But guess what? When you stepping outside of that, now guess what? You're going to have destruction. And you're going to be sad and miserable because now you ruin everything God will begin to start to bless you with. And that's what I'm talking about. That's correction.
Now, what you're talking about right there is correct. That is good. I like what you said there. In previous conversations, you did not say that. So whether or not you now cleaned it up is one thing, Lady T. Am I making that up or not?
Maybe growth. We're gonna give him a little bit of growth.
Right? Okay, we'll let it go. We'll let it go, Lady T. I'm gonna let it go because before that was not what you said. But we're gonna let that go. You know, that is positive. I like that. I like that, Chef Dennis.
Yeah.
It's the one that says you can't rap gospel music, or you can't represent God and rap at the same time. It's that kind of judgment. He did change it. He did change it, but that was a statement. Was a statement. I'm just giving an example. I'm just giving a clear example of something that did happen.
I did come on the stage and I did correct that because guess what? God scolded me on that. He was like, yo, hold on, wait a minute. I did not say that. I said, yo, wait a minute. God said, wait a minute. Hold on. I made you.
Okay.
But I'm just giving you, all I'm doing is giving you the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. That's all I'm doing. It's because you have said things in the past, sir, that was clearly judgment, not correction. That's all I got to say.
Hey, Rodney.
I'm done.
No. But look, even if I did, right, I'm in the place where I could correct it and say, you know what, that was wrong. Because guess what? That's where I'm supposed to be. I have to be vulnerable to certain people to let them know that it's okay to be like that. Because guess what? I'm not too high where I'm be like, well, you know what? Stay down there where you at. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people come to Christ. Not because of me. Because of the Spirit, because of what God has. God, I'm the vessel He uses. Yeah. I want Him to use me. You know what I'm saying? And so I said it yesterday, and that's why the enemy. You know what? He helped me because guess what? When I know he trying to rip something apart from me, yeah, he helped me. Okay. You know why? Because he sharpened up my eyes. Now he make me see clearly, and because I know he trying to trap me. And it's like, that's nice. That was cool. I seen it. I seen a mile away. No, you can't get me there. Thank you, but no thanks. I ain't about to have it.
Lady T, you thinking the same thing I'm thinking?
No, I wanted to say something before
Go
I
ahead.
forget
All right, go
about
ahead.
this topic because I'm hoping we can get back there.
Go back.
Okay. So I wanted to say that something about me lately, like for a very long time, I feel like I am really absorbing what Jesus taught about God for the daily provision that he provides, the wisdom, the spirit of God. Like Jesus taught so much, and I am absorbing all of the information. Like I have so many questions. Like I'll ask questions about fear. You know, what does Jesus say about fear? What does Jesus say about, the spirit of love? Like everything is about what Jesus taught, because there is symbolism of what each and every person should understand what Jesus taught. And that is why we preach about Jesus. That is why, because he is the Son of God. There's a reason why we need to learn about what Jesus taught. I know Paul was a great part of the New Testament, but we are to learn from Jesus's words. And I am doing that right now. So I'm absorbing a lot of what Jesus taught, because I feel like that's how I can keep my joy, with God, the connection with the Spirit of God. I feel like if I am on Jesus level, Jesus mentality, it's not always perfect, y'all. Okay. I'm not perfect, but I am doing my best to, have the mentality of seeking the Jesus way. Yeshua, the only one that came on this planet Earth that has said, hey, I'm the way. You got to learn through me. If you learn my ways, you're going to get to God, right? And he taught something that the Bible has, I believe, really twisted, and we are not truly learning that. So I'm really absorbing the Jesus way. So I wanted to say that because, that's my little testimony, y'all.
All right.
Well, you know what's unique, man, about if we stay in the Gospels, right? If you remember when Jesus was praying, and they came and Judas betrayed him with a kiss, and Peter is known for cutting off one of the soldiers' ears, but what nobody ever really paid attention to is the detail of bro kept a knife with him throughout Jesus' whole ministry, so he was always ready to get his issue off, but Jesus still allowed him to be with him through his growing process. And I think we tend to get away from the fabrics of Christ, man. Is Jesus showed us, I have a person that's going to betray me that only cares about money.
Mm-hmm.
I got my little pistol starter, Peter, along with Mr. Dowden and Thomas. I got all of these people with me, and I am teaching them. They were that close to Jesus, man. They had straight up issues. But in Peter's issue, if you remember, they kept on looking after they whooping up on Jesus. They looking like, you the dude that's been with him because you look like him, you talk like him. It shows me that even with Peter being a little pistol starter, he keeping his knife, that the fabrics of who he was when he walked close to Jesus, he absorbed so much of Christ that he had to cuss and really go hard at denying Jesus, man, to prove to them that I'm not like him. I didn't absorb what he is and who I didn't take on the identity. He had to do everything in his power. So I think it goes back to, even when we dig into the judgmental thing, and man, I think we all fall short in some form of way. But in our walk, as close as we are to Christ, we have to, show growth in certain places. And in the places that we don't accept growth, we have to accept that knock on the head that we need more Christ in that area.
Yeah. Yep.
So we can absorb. That's what absorbing is, man. You ever seen a sponge absorb too much water?
Yeah.
Water comes out,
Yeah,
it naturally comes out. It expands.
Yeah.
And guess what happened when you wring it out?
The water comes out, was ready to absorb more, I guess.
Come on, man. You just preached a whole sermon right there. At some point, we'll expand, and God gonna have to wring us out. And he don't wring us out to throw us away, to cast us away, but he's gonna refill us, man. to allow us to absorb more.
You know what? There's a little skit, or I guess it's a skit. I don't know if you ever guys ever seen it, but Morgan Freeman, where he talking to this waitress, and he says to her, "Does God, if you pray for patience, do God give you patience, or do you give you an opportunity to be patient?"
Yeah.
No, that really stuck out to me. You know why? Because that's all of us right now. That's even the people that's listening. God gives you an opportunity to learn something. Because guess what? Especially when He want to use you, and that's my thing was being humble. I'm so serious. Like that's been my biggest thing, being humble. Because I told Rodney and the Lady T, my dad said something to me, and it stays with me. So it every time that's been said to me, I gotta hold back, get in my seat. Rodney said now lately, now he trying to say that to me, but
it's in my back pocket every show.
Exactly, he got it there. But you know what? I'm okay with that because guess what? It's a signal to let me know, check myself. And my father says to me, he says, take off those concrete boots. Because I'm so stern, I'm so focused on what I want to get across, I'm not willing to listen. I'm not hearing. And so for sure, when I hear that, I'll be like, hold up, let me fall back. All right.
Yeah.
Because I'm missing something. And the reason why I say that is because I want to be not only a doer, I want to be a hearer of the word too. And because God will use anybody to lead you with a message. And so I have to be open to listening before I speak sometimes. And that's a process for me, because I'm going to share something with y'all. I'm going to be open and transparent.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm saying this is because I want somebody to understand that walking for Christ is not just easy. It's tough, but guess what? I love it. And you want to love what you do. And so I love doing the things for God. But so I was at church Sunday, right? And I was sitting. Now, the pastor asked me to come up on the panel. I was like, look, I'm not ready. I was like, I didn't tell him I'm not ready. I told God, I was like, I'm not ready. Right? Rodney gonna love this. But I'm just gonna be obedient, Rodney, because I want you to know that this is, well, you already know I'm real. And so I was sitting in, with the rest of the guests or whatever, right? And so I began to look at everybody, right? You ready for this, Rodney? I began to look at everybody, and I was saying, "Dad, why they look like that?"
Come on.
Nah, I'm being real with y'all. I'm being real. And I ain't talking about this type of look, like why they look like that. I'm like, yo, why they look like that? And God, this is what God said to me. Seriously, like He said, you worrying about how they look. Do you not know there are people in here that's broken, and you worrying about how they look? He said they broken, and you want to send my message, and you worrying about how they look, bruh. When He said that to me, I felt ashamed, I felt sad, I felt hurt, because I was there for the message. I was there because I know God wanted me to be there. And I'm looking at people and saying, why they look like that? And He said, because they broken. And you're going to have a message for them. But how can you give a message for them and you looking at them saying, why they look like that? And I want to share that because guess what? Maybe that was, Rodney, that was like kind of like judgmental. That at that incident, I feel like that was a little judgmental. And I said, no.
The growth is real.
Yes.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Hey, yo, no, I'm happy for you, brother.
No,
No.
No.
I'm not trying to do this jokingly. I'm serious.
I know, but I'm saying this because you know what? I'm strong in the Lord. You know what I mean? But I want people to know that walking this walk, you got to be vulnerable. You got to be able to tell the truth, because guess what? That's going to help people get out of the darkness. That's going to help people come out of their pain and their hurt, because guess what? There are some people that's going to hurt you that's in church. That's expected, because you know why? They're human. They're imperfect. They're not perfect. And so they make those mistakes. And guess what? You have to get through those mistakes and say, you know what? Maybe this is not the place for me, and move to the next place, because that's what God wants us to do. He wants us to come together and unify his word. He wants us to be in unity. And we, Lady T, always say that. How can you get into unity if you're so stuck on what somebody did to you at that specific place? Move to the next place. Because there's always going to be somebody that's going to hurt you. No matter, because that's what the enemy wants.
Yeah.
He want to do those type of things. And so, you know, and I share that with you guys and the audience, because guess what? I am too looking to grow, be better, even in the midst of me teaching and encouraging. Guess what? I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. And those mistakes, and I always say this, mistakes is not something that you choose to do. It's not something you choose. We don't choose to make mistakes. It's something that it just happens. Because
sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. Yeah. I apologize. I have never seen somebody go to the hospital and say it's too many sick people in here. But why people judge the church, and they look at the church to say either it's too many sick people in here or it's too many people in here that got it right. But nobody knows the heart other than God. So to give you validity off of your statement, the only way to come to Christ, bro, is to be vulnerable. The only way to be used by God is to be vulnerable. And the part of, I'm going right back into what my boy Rodney was saying. When you come off as judging, you tend to make a person feel inadequate. What if that's a wound that somebody has placed in their adult life that stems from their childhood? So God will give you a vulnerability, and I'm glad you came back, Chef. That was fire. And says, no, God set you up, the man set you up, your pastor set you up on a platform, and you were allowed to see people. And then God ministered to you and gave you an understanding that a lot of people don't get. A lot of people don't get the opportunity to see people that seem like they got it all together, but have a desperate need. And the toughest place to be as a believer is in a place where you feel that you have it all together. Now you have, well, like your dad would say, concrete shoes on. Because one or two things are going to happen. Either you're going to slow down your own walk, or you're going to drown in a sea, meaning the people. You're going to drown, man. Your father was on to something, man.
Oh, yeah.
He was on to something. Okay. You can't swim with concrete shoes. You can't walk with concrete shoes. But guess what, man? What you can do once you take them off, man, and you can actually walk lighter without them, especially if you've been used to walking firm and stern. Now, that doesn't take away from who God has intentionally called you to be, though. God has built something inside of you that has a zero tolerance thing, and that's okay. That's okay.
Everybody's ministry ain't the same.
It ain't, bro. Ooh, I promise you it ain't.
We don't have the same assignments.
No,
I got you. No,
discipleship discipleship is something that we all have to work at.
That's the Great Commission. 100%.
Discipleship,
Great Commission.
And how
you also can't judge somebody else's ministry if it ain't yours. You know what I'm saying? Because the way God may push me
a certain way to handle that message for that group of people. Same thing with me. I'm gonna be put in a place where I gotta minister to the people that's there.
There's a certain type of people. Yeah, there's a certain type of people, Chef, that God will call you to. Even the people that He called you to, is people on the outside of that's gonna come along and be like, man, I'm glad dude told me about myself. I'm glad bro checked me in that area. Because if I give you a little bit more Bible, just a little bit more Bible, God gives us the ability to judge a person by their fruit. That's the word. You have to be able to be in a place to judge a person by their fruit, the fruit that they put out. If I love you and you my dog, I should be able to check you if you tripping. If you my dog, say, hey, bro, you got a watermelon tree. Why you over there got tomatoes, bro? What are we doing? Because we are intentionally going to bear some form of fruit. But God gives us that. But I do believe that grace, we have to be able to give people grace, man. Because when you give grace, remember that on the flip side of you being able to have fruit to judge somebody, you got to be willing to be judged by the same measures that you put out. You got to be willing to take that right on the chin in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word.
Hey,
That's what
yo,
the word
I don't know about y'all, but I'm buying his book. I'm buying it. As soon as I just told my son to run upstairs and get my phone because I'm about to order it right now on Amazon, brother. I don't know. Hey, man, I don't know what's going on, but I know whatever is in that book, I want to read it.
Yeah.
So I'm about to, you got it on audio books by any chance?
I don't have it on audio just yet, man. It's on the way, man. It is available on Amazon, man. But
all right, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna get. Yeah, we'll get to the plugs at the end. I'm sorry. I got distracted. I'm like, I'm gonna get. Oh yeah, I don't want to end the show early or give some. I need all this you preaching over here, brother. I need it all.
Yeah,
I want to hear it all. Shoot.
Yeah,
we might have to go next hour or something. I don't know.
Oh man, God,
I'm sorry, but go ahead. You got another question, Chef? I'm sorry,
Nah, you good. Lady T, you wanted to say something? You was prepping.
No, I was actually putting the book thing too, so I was doing the same thing. Sorry. But no, let me say this. I want to say this though. A lot of what you said mirrors what I also believe. You know, I always say women can be a woman, a girl can be a woman, but it takes work to be a lady. You know, there's a way to be, and we have to learn how to be gracious again, you know, and give grace to one another and, you know, be forgiving and kind. We don't do that as much as we should. And that's why we have a lot of the issues in this world, because we are really battling against one another. This is a race against one another. We are fighting and we're not really knowing how to connect anymore because we don't know how to be gracious. We don't know how to be forgiving and loving. And so what you said, it was beautiful because I completely agree. You know, the way our world is nowadays, I feel like we are becoming better. I have to believe that. I'm believing in humanity, okay? I have to believe that we're going to do better, even though what it looks like right now is so ugly looking, right? We all have something we can look at in the world and say, but that and that and that. But I have to believe, you know, that we can, you know, do better. So when we have these conversations and I hear about your story, I am so glad that you are a man that's out there speaking these words as well to many other people, because we need to speak these languages, different type of language. I mean, it's English, but we're saying it differently nowadays, you know, and that comes with love and grace. So I'm glad you said that.
Man,
what you about to say, Rodney?
Oh, I ain't about to say nothing, but I ordered the book. I can tell you that.
I'm going back to mine.
Oh, hold on now. I just made it say thanks, but yeah, I got that. It's right there. There you go.
Thank you, bro.
You can't see it because it's showing my green screen, but yeah, it said you have ordered. Don't worry, it's coming Friday.
I appreciate it.
I'm getting that.
I believe God has gifted me for a season. This is how He ministered this thing to me, man. He told me he's gifted me and he's graced me for a season of people like me. That I'm getting chills, boy. I feel the Holy Spirit. I'm sorry. People like me that want to be loved where we are. And everything about this book, man, it's a lot of ups, it's a lot of downs. And God ministered to me. I equated it all to depression. But God helped me identify it was depression. It was grief of my mother and father losing them. And it was also the years and years of dealing with identity. And I speak about all of these different things in this book, man. And not only speaking about it, I got vulnerable and gave you a ride of how I felt through each and every moment of dealing with it. But the best part about God, man, is we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. So God gave me a testimony through it, man, through the process of it. And he allowed me to do exactly what you're doing right now, Rodney, with those young men. It wasn't about the money.
Yeah.
It was about living and walking and running and thriving in the purpose, in a lane where he has carved out just for plain old Kev, bro. God crafted a purpose, a lane just for me. And God has given me that understanding to throw up on all the people that are around me. Because Chef, you got a purpose. Rodney, you got a purpose. Lady T, I can't wait for you to realize who God is calling you to be. I can't wait to see that Just Like a Lady book that you dropped. Because you have that.
You gave it a title and everything.
I know that's
what
right.
I'm talking about.
Hey, yo, hey, Rodney,
Hey.
look.
Hey.
Ting.
There we go. There you go. We gotta get that. I'm telling you, boy.
Look, Kev, you talking real stuff. Look, Rodney,
If I had known.
other people that came on the stage and said, like, she don't, she gonna get it. No, she gonna
Nah,
get it.
I told Lady T, I said, you better stop telling God. You better stop telling God what you ain't going to do.
I'm quiet now. Okay? I'm quiet.
Because remember
Chef,
when I
put me
first
up to
met
nothing.
Lady T, she was telling me all this stuff she wasn't going to do. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this. I ain't doing that.
Mm.
Your turn, T. Your turn, Lady T. Now.
One thing I learned about God is don't tell him what you ain't going to do.
Man, that part. That part. You know, and I had very much weak reasons of not wanting to be a writer, so I thought. Because when I was growing up, I was told that I was illiterate. I was placed in those classrooms where the kids were dumb and there were mentally challenged people in the classroom. I was placed in those environments. I was the kid that had a doggone 5th, 6th grade education in high school, reading on a 5th grade level. God, you mean to tell me you choosing me to write? But guess what was happening? I had an imagination as a kid. And I was told that I was dumb because that was the trick of the enemy. Sometimes the thing that you just plain old don't want to do is God is something he created you to do in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Not forget that he said, I knew you before your mother even caught form and wind of you in her womb.
Mm-hmm.
He crafted who he called you to be. And just so happened, when I found Christ, everything that happened pre-Jesus, everything that happened pre-Jesus all became a testimony. Yeah, I got scars, but I am no longer that old guy.
That's right.
He has crafted me and given me new wine. He's given me new wine. And what he's going to do with you, Lady T, there are women that look like you, that are in places, and it's almost like I see women that think that they have it together, but on the inside in their downtime, they are broken and they don't have a safe place to land. And God is going to use you as a safe place to land. He's going to use you as a safe place.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Talk.
You know what? Where my money at, man?
Yeah. Talk to me. Talk to me. See, hey, Rodney, this what happens when I get my family up on here, man. And this
man,
what happens. Now, it don't just gotta come from me. It's coming from somebody else that don't even know. And I've been saying it's on fire tonight. Fire. Come on now. That's for real. Like listen. Look, hey, Kev, let me just let you know that she's actually my cousin. And listen, our journey together was just like God wanted us to be together. Because like she always said she wanted a big brother. You know what I'm saying? I got one sister. I got three sisters, her and then the other cousin, because we tight like that. But it was we went out one night, and next thing you know, God put it on my heart to tell her, like, ask her, would you be the co-host of the podcast? Mm-hmm. And it was like, yes. No give back, no pushback, no nothing, because she got pushback. But it was smooth because it was nothing but a divine connection, that because we had a great night that time and when we was out. And
Yeah.
now here we are 2 years in, getting ready to go into our third season, and it's been nothing but great. And we have met a lot of people. A lot of people love Lady T because you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, she got that
Worse,
thing.
to bring a different dynamic to the stage, a
Yeah.
woman's point of view, and never back down. And it's not even about an argument. It's just like that's her view, and it's from a woman's perspective, and
With
it
grace and
makes
elegance.
things
Yeah.
different. Yeah, and it elevates everything, and I love it. I love her. You know what I'm saying? I love Ronnie too. Ronnie come here, you know, we'll try to crack the whip and everything, but it ain't happening though.
I'm only here for Lady T, so I ain't tripping.
Hey man,
Yeah.
I'm with Rodney too, man, because Rodney don't realize, man, that his region needs him. There are broken fathers, man. There are broken men that need him, and he may not have the money yet, but there are resources that are going to come your way, man. There are people waiting to answer your question of will you help me?
Nah, I'm getting there. Don't worry, I got a lot of things going on, but yeah, my podcast, I love it, man. It's come a long way. Because when I first started, it wasn't. When I first started, it was drinking and smoking.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, and over the time, it has really become what it, because I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I was just figuring it out. But now we have so many great people who are part of it and join us and things like that. We're part of groups like Streetline. We're part of other groups in the DMV area that help us. Where your barbershop at, man? I need a haircut. Where you at, man? I might have to come out there.
Texas, pull up.
Oh, nah.
Oh, now we was just cousins 5 minutes ago.
We was. We was, but nah.
Hey, come on, man.
Nah, gotta go through, Rodney.
One day.
They don't like me. I'm coming in. I'll go there straight commander's gear on the whole way. I'm beat all every day. I'm in the commander's gear. Texas don't like me like that, but it's all good, brother.
Hey, I'm not a Cowboys fan, man. I wish I could show you my Super Bowl trophy banner that I got from last year. That should tell you what kind of fan I am. I got the Super Bowl banner from last year in a barbershop.
But wait. Hold up, wait, stop. Hey, Ronnie, hold on, wait, stop. Hold on. This dude just say he a fan of the Eagles? They got how many rings? I mean, oh man, get out of here.
About to be 3.
That the devil is a liar. They ain't with it no tip.
That's even worse. Nah, I'm messing with you. Respect, brother. Hey, man, I already bought your book. I'm a fan. If I'm in there, I go to Houston area once in a while. I don't know how close that is to Fort Worth, but
about 3.5 hours. You know what? It's meant for the link up, man. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable.
It happen. Yeah.
Oh, it's going. Oh, hey, listen.
Sure.
I'm working on some. Hey, listen. Kev, I know you're a busy man, but I tell my men friends, your brother now. King Movement, you gotta check that out. I'm gonna talk about that because you know what? That's a movement for men, fathers, brothers to get together. It's worldwide. They have charters down in Texas, DMV, North Carolina. They have a lot, and it's
Can
something
you please send that to me? Tag me.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely.
I got you. But that's big. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It definitely have you devoted into certain things, prayer. They have outreaches. They have all those things, that's going on. Because actually we going in Philly in November. So I'm going to be one in November. It's just a one-day event, but it's other men that get together all over the world. And I'm telling you, it is something like totally different. I always say when the women do it, it's like all the women come out. And so I'm trying to get the men and being encouraging because you know what? We only do things that we feel like it's important to us as individuals. Absolutely. But that is important. That is big because guess what? Women get together and they don't know each other. And you know what? When they do it, guess what? They showing love. You're gonna have some problems in it, but majority of it, when they doing some function, they all come out supporting. We got to support one another.
Community, they do.
That's it. And they come from all over. Like I had a group of women on last night, and 2 of them live in Atlanta. And like I told them, I said, they could get together and build on one another, because now we all in the same chat. But that's what we need, like far as men wise. And guess what? When we going through something, guess what? Who do you go talk to? Yeah, we talk to God, but guess what? Let's keep it real. When God don't answer you right on time, then what? Because don't act like God answered always on time.
Yeah,
he's always on time, but not
our
time.
But he ain't answering our time.
Our time.
Things. Yeah,
right.
I got
so I talk about that, Chef, in my book also, man. I guess it's another plug, but it's a chapter in my book called The Rescue. It talks about the community of brothers that I have, man. We call each other our accountability brothers, and we have a call every Monday, man. And we have been on this call, man, probably the last 3 years, every single Monday, and man, that was my lifeline, man. When I was really going through, man, my identity issues, losing my job, losing my mom, all within months of each other. And I was really going through it, and my brothers and my wife included, which I love her dearly. She was right there, wiping my tears as well. But those brothers were my lifeline, man. And none of us live in the same city, in the same state. But we all came together and uplifted everybody. And if I needed to cry, if I needed to throw up, if I needed to cuss, or likewise with anybody else, it was all sacred, man. So we need that. And I always say to myself, man, I wish that we can take this call and put a camera up and make this thing so doggone big, because us men, we don't realize I need somebody to hold me accountable. I need somebody that's going to keep it real with me. And if my stuff stink, tell me my stuff stink, bro. Don't just let me be going out here and just do anything, so we need that. So I feel we have to have that more. The more men that we know that are trying their best, I'll say that too. You're trying your best, man, to live right. Don't hesitate to grab somebody that ain't trying to live right, because sometimes, man, bro, they don't be knowing no better because they don't know what community looks like.
That's the eagle. That's the eagle and the pigeon philosophy. You know what I'm saying? Them pigeons might have to be on your wings to get high enough. High enough. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, hold on.
I ain't saying nothing. I'm making a statement. Hey, Lady T, I was talking to Kevin. I was agreeing with him.
I'm jumping on that.
Sometimes as an eagle, you got to take them pigeons with you up high and get them up there. Now they're gonna fall off where they need to fall off. Yeah, but at least they further than they would have been on their own. You know what I'm saying? God will help them pigeons get the rest, but I'm just making a statement. That's all I'm doing.
Okay. You done? Because I'm gonna get you now. Listen, you gotta understand. First of all, when you said it the wrong way, okay? Their eagles and pigeons don't even come in contact with one another. Okay, you have to understand what the eagle represents. And other bird that messes with the eagle is the crow. He is the only one. There is nothing else that's going, and they only get on the back of the eagle and pluck at his neck to irritate him. And when the eagle gets enough of it, you know what he does? He flies to an altitude they cannot stand. Yeah, and they fall off.
I know what he meant though, Chef, man.
I know what he meant too, because guess what? I told him yesterday, look, I told him yesterday, pigeons don't hang with
God,
eagles.
Dog, Chef, you tough, man.
They go like this all the time.
Yeah,
they don't hang with them. Because guess what? I'm an eagle, baby. It's certain things I'm not hanging with. That's just me. I'm at that place. I'm not. Listen, I was just getting ready to say before Rodney said that, right? This is what I tell him. This is what I told my male friends. I said, listen, and some of them not even men of God. They around me.
They
do things. Excuse me. Excuse me.
I'm sorry. Tell your story. I was asking if they were pigeons. That's what I was asking.
Okay. Anyway, so this is what I tell them. I said, listen, we all married. I said, if you have any intent to talk to other women while we together, don't come out. Don't come out with me. Because that's not what we doing. We bonding, we getting together, and we fellowshipping together. It's not about, so don't slide. If you have the idea to slide off and talk to another woman on the low, don't come. You can't hang out with me. Yeah. I don't want people around me that does that, because guess what? it puts me in the place because now, guess what? If I'm cool, I'm like, we friends. I'm with you. I come to your house, I'm talking to your wife, and now I got to lie to her. She asked me, oh,
put you in a whole situation.
Where was Keith at last night? Oh, no. I told my friends, we don't date. We know, they know. Well, I ain't going out with Dennis because that's right. Because I'm holding them accountable. I say, yo,
facts.
Listen, we married. Listen, we out here doing our thing. We having a good time. Don't try to be talking to another woman and you got a whole wife. Somebody told me, oh, you can't say that. I said, well, I can. Guess what? If we friends, I'm gonna hold you to that.
Yeah.
I'm going, and if you don't like it, then why should we be friends?
Hey, but can I ask you a question though?
Yes, you can. Please.
What if certain conversations take place while y'all together? Y'all may not be looking at, or he may not be looking at other women, but is it sacred ground enough for y'all to have conversations like, hey, bro, I was listening after this girl at the job, or man, my wife ain't giving me none. So, or is it a safe enough place to have those real talks that men are afraid to have with other men?
Oh, you said when we together?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Yeah, we in our own.
I think people separate
we
the
on
two.
Our own little,
because
like,
I hear what you're saying. Yeah. I hear, like, I'm not condoning any wrongdoing, but this is still a safe place. I guess that's really my question. Is it still a safe place for
us to talk like that?
To have real talk.
Oh yes, yeah. We sitting. Look, when we might be at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? But in the back, it might be a lounge.
Yeah,
you could go back there. You know what I'm saying? But it's a restaurant, and so I had that happen a couple of times, and I'm like, yo, dog, we here together. Like we that's how we doing, because I've been through that where I'm talking to the wife and she asked me a question. Now I'm put in a position where I gotta lie. I ain't trying to lie, and so guess what? Don't put me in that position. Facts. If you know I stand, I'm respecting your house. I'm respecting your family. Why are you gonna put me in that position? Like, come on, where our friendship at? Where the loyalty at? Like, come on. Because I know if you doing that, if you would do that to your wife, I know you'll do that to me. I'm just your friend. I'm just your boy.
Yeah. See, that's the part where you start losing me.
Why?
When you say, if you know you do that to your wife, then I know you do it to me. That's being
real.
Can I say it? I'm not done. I didn't even say my statement. Like to me, that's a prejudgment. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people are able to make mistakes. Like you have to be in a place where a person can make a mistake and you still now don't prejudge them for the next mistake. You know what I'm saying? Where you can talk to them about that mistake and only that mistake. I hate it when people take a mistake and then turn it into 5 other mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was like, let's be honest, we all make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We all have done something wrong. We've all made a bad decision. Like, if you don't even find out if it's just a bad decision, if you don't even just find out if it's a bad decision, and that person, we've all made mistakes and instantly regretted. And instantly already going, sometimes for me, I punish myself more than anybody else can punish me.
Okay.
So for me, I don't need a person who's going to remind me of my mistakes every day. You know what I'm saying? Or make my mistakes something else that it isn't, because I'm already punishing myself enough. I already know I made that mistake. I already know I'm going to do something different. I already know that was not of God. So I don't need my friend to be here to remind me every second of the day or even 10 times the next day. Hey, dog, I ain't like the way you went over. That made me feel so. I don't care about how you felt. I went through it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care how you felt because I'm the person that went through it. Yeah, I can understand you got an opinion, but guess what? Sometimes that doesn't even matter. Sometimes that person just needs you to be there. Sometimes that person just needs you to listen to them as they process and go through the mistake. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. When you get to the point and then you say, well, how do I know you? Then now you're going to set me up. Now you're going to do this. Like, you don't know that. You don't know that.
Hey, Rodney, Kev.
Go ahead, Chef. I want to hear your rebuttal.
Hey, Rodney, but check this out. you have to understand. So you got to sit back and you got to listen to what I'm saying. I said friends. That does not pertain to just a random person. When you become my friend, guess what? No, when you become my friend, there are standards. There is a boundary that we not gonna cross. And and guess what? And that boundary is, listen, you a married man. I'm holding you accountable, saying you a married man. We don't go do that. Women don't do that. They go out. Guess what? Some do. Let me correct that. Some do.
You get ready to do it again.
But majority of the women that go out, when they get together, they say, look, no, we out. We out. They're telling guys to go out. They're trying to kick to their girlfriends. No, we out. It's girls' night. They push them away. Now, if the girls step off and do some, conversation after that, that's something different. But when they go out, look, they are together.
Yeah.
And so guess what? When you and you want friends like that, that's going to hold you accountable to those actions, bro. Because guess what? Especially if I know your wife and I know that you got to, but if you got a good wife, I know I'm going to say, yo, bro, no, that's the type of friend I am.
I'm not saying hold them accountable, but hold them accountable for what they did. Now you're making them accountable for something he ain't even done yet because you're saying he's going to betray you. Let's stick to what I said. Because I'm talking about the point where you said, "Oh, well, I know if you cheat on your wife, that means you're gonna be this to me."
Disloyal.
Nah, you don't know that. No, but you don't know that.
Hold on.
So hold them accountable for what they did. They did that to their wife, not you.
Can I tell a personal story?
Go ahead.
Yeah, you ahead.
Man. I'm
All
good.
right, so, hey man, when I first got saved, right? My brother, who's no longer here no more, man. He was married. Bro was doing his thing. But he would never do it in front of me. And it got to the point to where I was like, hey, man, I know you look at me like your little brother, but how come I can't never go with y'all? And he thought enough of me to protect me while he was doing his wrongdoing. And we still kicked it. But when he know he was on what he was on, he never allowed me to even go with him. And I used to be mad, like not to go do wrong with him, not to go do nothing crazy, but it's like, man, like I'm supposed to be your guy. Why I can't just? And he was like, you're not one of us. And I'm like, what you mean? I am one of the fellas. He like, nah, I love your wife, man. I love you too, bro. And we on something different right now. So just, and I'm like. And a part of me like, dang, did I make it to the square side, man? But now as a mature man, I understand this, bro. I understand that because he was my brother and he knew I would hold him accountable in a way like, hey, man, don't do the wife you like that, man. I ain't no snitch. Come on, bro. So he didn't have to hear any of that. I'm just going to leave Kev at the crib. He's respected me enough to not do anything crazy in front of me, and he respected me enough to not to even put that on me, right? So if that's really your bruh, if and y'all really locked in, I think guys pick and choose, especially us guys. We pick and choose who we can do what we do in front of. We definitely do that. It's partners right now that I know love sports, and 90% of our conversations is about sports. It's partners I got that's preachers, and 90% of our conversations is about God, right? But I got brothers it's a mix of all of that. You know what I'm saying? It's about life. It's about everything. Those kind of guys that I probably talk to more than I talk to those other guys.
Yeah, I'm not. So I want to make sure I'm clear that I'm not disputing what Chef said about. I don't hang out with men who cheat on their wives either. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the whole thing about dad mentality is that the guys that people are talking about that don't take care of their kids and stuff like that, I don't know them. Yeah. So I'm not disagreeing in that part. The part I'm disagreeing where I said you lost me is that when he makes one mistake, now it somehow has become 5 more mistakes. That's the problem where I'm saying that's where you lost me. Because if he decided, if we're going to stand on your scenario, that he went and I guess messed with some girl or whatever like that, and he's my friend, I'm now not going to say you're going to do me dirty because you did that. Nah, I'm going to address what happened.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. That same friend that I was just talking about that was doing all that dirt on his wife,
Yeah.
he treated me the same way. After a while, it showed a reflection of who he was with the person that he claimed to be the closest thing to him. He turned around and flipped and did the same thing to me. So I think you are a
Thanks
breeder.
for ruining my point.
I gotta be honest though. I gotta give it.
Nah, it's all good, brother. I got you. Nah, it's all good. I mean,
He
no,
did.
hey.
He flipped. And for we had a very, very, very long friendship, but our friendship was so fractured, bro, because of the type of person he was. One minute he loved the Lord, the next minute he loved them women, and because he was such a fractured person, we had a fractured relationship as well. You can't expect a whole person to be whole with you and then to be cracked and brittle with somebody else. No, if they crack, they crack. You know, and that's just the reality. Me as being his bruh, I didn't look at him like, hey man, you know, I can't rock with you because you ain't whole. Nah, you my brother. I rock with you. I love you, man, for real. You know, but he had cracks in his life, and it served him that way all the way to the end, man. You know, unfortunately, but that's real, man. That's kind of reality.
All right.
I'm sorry, Rodney. Man.
No,
I still stand on what I said, but
you can stand on what you want to say, brother. But look, all jokes aside, though,
don't worry.
Look, I lost friends because of that. I remember
I believe that.
You know what I mean?
You almost lost me as a friend when you told me that if I got locked up, you wouldn't bail me out. You almost lost me.
Wait a minute, hold up. I swear to goodness, hey, yo, this dude is putting Jesus.
That's what you said.
But I'm trying to figure something. Yo, you gonna hold now. God don't do that to you. Now you gonna put that on me. You gonna keep throwing that up in my face.
You said it. I didn't say it.
That's not what I said. You still gonna keep putting that on. That's a shame.
What'd you say?
That's a shame.
What'd you say? You said I need to find out what you did before I bail you out. Nah, bail me out. Just bail me out. Don't find out what I did. Why I gotta be circumstances on our friendship? Nah, man.
He holding that over my head. Hey, Kev,
4 cops, man. I can't bail you out. You ain't
he holding that over my head. Golly, I still love you, bro. I still love you.
You done ate at my family house. My father-in-law tried to get you married to my wife because he likes you better. Like, you at least bail me out.
Now
you can at least bail me out.
No, Kev, he joking. Kev, he joking.
It took us a minute to get here, but we realized
he joking.
You can at least bail me out. Dang.
Oh man. Yeah, I done met his family. Yeah, his family lovely. I love their family.
Yeah.
His in-laws, they were
good,
great.
man. I'm sorry, I had to bring that back. It's all fun though.
Oh
man.
my goodness, though.
But nah, you know, that's all I'm just saying.
But
no, you almost lost me too. So
listen, all jokes aside, though, it's been real. This conversation been real, and I know it's been a blessing to some of the people that's been listening, and people that's going to listen to it. The after play, it's going to be a blessing because you know what? At the end of the day, that's what we want to show people, that it's okay to be vulnerable to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? And you have to know your circle. You have to know the people you're going to be vulnerable to. You know what I'm saying? You got to get to know them first because you ain't just going to open up to anybody. You know what I mean? And I'm here. I'm just going to be real because you know what? I want it all out. When I do something wrong, I want it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want it to be filtered. You know what I'm saying? I want to be I always said it's saturated. I'm in his word, in his spirit. And so when I do something, I feel bad. I feel like I gotta say it, or I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna be encouraging. And not too direct, but just right. You know what I'm saying? Rodney.
There you go. Don't poke the bear.
Poke the bear. That's what I was about to say.
Hey, Kev, but Kev, before we get out of here, I do want to say some stuff to you. Hey, listen, I want you to walk in your purpose constantly. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your word, but not only stay in your word, stay focused because, you definitely have a calling on your life. You definitely are a man of God. I've been watching you, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I saw the podcast. you have this unique thing about you that God want to use. And I'm not just saying this. I wanted to tell you this, but now I'm going to tell you this now, and it's not for show. This is being real. I want you to be encouraged, as a husband, as a father, and always keep yourself, your surroundings, all the men that's around you. You want them to be men of God, and they're going to keep you encouraged. They're going to pour into your life constantly. You know what I'm saying? You are on the road to success out of this world. You know what I'm saying? And, I like your swag. I'm gonna keep it real. See, I'm a man. I can say that. I like your swag and everything. You know what I'm saying? You're a cool dude. And I'm definitely going, reach out to you more. And when I touch down in Texas, I'm definitely going to come and see you guys. The Foremans too. Now, I'll be driving when I get there. I'll be down there around Christmas time. I don't know if you're going to be there.
I'll be here.
You be here? Yeah, I don't know. The Foreman said they might not be. But yeah, I'm going to come around Christmas time down and take my son stays down there in San Antonio. Wow. Yeah. Okay. So I know you a little far, but I'm getting a rental car and everything. Wifey want to go down there. I'm going to spend a couple of, maybe a week down there.
That'll be beautiful.
Yeah, and we had a guest on here, and they got a restaurant. I'm definitely going to hit them up. It's in Houston. I'm definitely riding there. Yeah, he was a guest. Pastor Willie.
I don't think it was Houston though.
No,
it was Dallas. I think it was outside of Dallas.
That's Dallas.
No, was it? I gotta look, but I think it was in Houston.
I'm almost positive it was not Houston.
Or
I'm positive it wasn't Houston because I go to Houston. I would have been there. Might have been Austin.
Yeah, it might have been Austin. It's not in Dallas though, Kev.
I thought he said 90 minutes. I thought he said 90 minutes from Dallas at one point. Is that I don't know if Austin is 90 minutes from Dallas.
It is. It's probably about an hour and a half. Yep.
Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah. It might have been Austin. Yeah. But yeah, he was on here, man. And his story is
amazing.
Amazing, bro. Blow your mind. And it just, it's just been a blessing to just have you here speaking. I know Rodney felt it. I know Lady T felt it.
I got my book too.
Yeah, I'm getting mine. Man, listen, I'm not even gonna tell you. I got a lot of books I gotta get because boy, I'm serious. I do. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Yeah. I got a lot of books I gotta get because boy, they be like, Chef Dennis ain't even get my book. I said no. I'm look. Yeah. I'll be so busy. Like I'm doing like all my work for the podcast. I ain't really got nobody doing. I'm doing, but that's no excuse. I gotta do it because I definitely want to support everybody that support me, especially the ones that that came in with their presence, bless us with their spirit. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit. So I definitely gotta buy some books, man. Like I gotta buy 8 books. I gotta buy. Yeah, but I spend money on.
I don't know.
Then you got to read them,
man.
Yeah. You might go on to Afterpay them books, man.
I got this book. Let's go.
What's that? What's the Afterpay?
You just use Afterpay, man. Just pay it in increments, man, and get all.
Oh, you know what? I got one, but you know what, Kev? Hey, Kev, no, because Lady T did say something. You right, Lady T. You right. So you know what? You just gave me an idea. No, Kev, look. If I show you all the books I've been reading, it's just crazy. It's just a lot. It's overwhelming.
Only book he be reading is Madden.
Oh, look at this.
Hey, to give you encouragement, my book is a short read, man. So
I'm getting your book. But look, Kev, hold on.
And it's got a work assessment. It's got a work assessment.
Can you see that?
Ooh, yeah. The time, I bet.
Hey, let me tell you something.
I know that's
fire.
Man, that's my kind of book right
now. Look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't look. Hold on, let me show you.
Hey, you did. Oh, you didn't put the Ethiopian joint out.
He loves it.
Yeah,
man. I'm trying to tell you. Look, hold on. Let me get another one for you.
Put that on my.
Oh Lord,
his book collection.
Hey, Rodney, we having a moment, Rodney. Leave him alone.
You see that? Man, I'm trying to tell you. Hey, you talking about saturated? I'm just trying
the Bible for dummies too.
Everything. Let me bring it out for you. I got it.
Hey,
I got it. I'm up on you, Diddy. I'm up on you, Diddy.
And Eric said that he not that good at Madden.
I own him.
Let's
go. I own him. But no,
but
on the side, but look, yeah. So that's what I've been doing, been just studying and just, trying to show myself approved by God. But yeah, I gotta lot of books I gotta get because I told him when I tell somebody I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. So I gotta be held accountable of my actions. And so I definitely somebody said somebody said not Bible for dummies. And then lady Dr. Toya said, make sure you read them.
Yeah, there you go.
Y'all see all the books I be reading, like I can't even complete them. There's so many. I be one here, then I got something good over here. I'll be like, good night.
Yeah.
But I got you, Kev. But listen,
Absolutely.
this has definitely been fire. I'm definitely gonna have you again. But I can't wait till we be in person.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's magnetic.
You know what I'm saying? I want to connect. I want to connect with a lot of people, man. So Lady T, you got some last words for Kev?
Oh, thank you. Thank you for everything you said. It was wonderful. That is why I bought your book, because you really resonated with me and a lot that I've said and all of the truth that came out of me today. It felt like the Holy Spirit was all there, and I appreciate it. So thank you.
I love it.
Rodney?
This Monday I got Jermaine Glover. He's going to be joining us on Dad Mentality. Mondays at 7:00. Come follow me. You can follow me and check me out, Dad_Mentality on everything. He has a book out called The Instruction Manual. It is a 4-part series and talking about helping, basically giving instruction manual for men, women, and others on how to raise their kids today in today's day and age. So we'll have him on there on Monday. Come check it out.
Kev, let them know where they can get your book.
Man, right now,
where can we follow you too?
Amazon. Oh, by the way, listen, you can follow me on all social media platforms. Kevin Hughes is my name. My book cover is on my Facebook page. But Kevin Hughes on Instagram, Kevin C. Hughes, and the number 5, all one word. Same for TikTok. And man, I'm an open book. I'm the same guy on here that I am in person, man. Laid back, goofy. But, man, most of all, man, I love the Lord, man. For real, for real. Again, you can get my book on Amazon right now. And you can contact me at soulofamanbook@gmail.com if you ever want me to pull up to be on your podcast or to even come to your city. Hey, Chef, man, we're going to be cooking something for real soon. I feel that thing in the name of the Lord, bro. I promise you, man. We're going to
get I know. Listen, I told when I saw you up there on the podcast, I was like, yo, Kev on fire. I like that because that's what something men need, man. And I always say, just you got to be real. Not only real, you got to be able to like Rodney checked me a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love. He asked me, he said, yo, you got room for me? I said, bro, this home. Because you know what? He my brother, but not only he's my brother, you know what I'm saying? In Christ, he's my real brother. Like, and I show him love. And he showed me love. And that's why I appreciate him. He said he for Lady T, but he here to correct. Be like, yo, you ain't say it right. If I ain't say something right, he quick to tell me, yo, you ain't say it right. You gotta say it in a different way. And I'd be like,
he be wilding, Kevin. Sometimes he be wilding. I gotta be like, hold up, wait a minute.
And you know what?
I love him to death.
And that's why God have him like we connected, and God uses him as well. Because you know what? So we had a guest on last week, and you know what she said? Like, I didn't get offended by it, but she's like, he didn't reach. He don't know how to say it. What she say, Lady T?
What?
The Angelina. You talking about her because she kept on giving. Well, Angelina kept on giving you the email version of what we were saying, where it's like, no offense, I love her to death. Don't get it twisted in any way, but she was definitely politically correct about when she would say something or give you that thing. She had that email. Email version.
The etiquette. She said,
yeah.
She said,
part to my previous email, I would like to inform you that today it was like that. When we like, nah, I ain't doing none of that. No.
She was political correct. Yeah. She said his etiquette. He ain't reached that level yet. I was like, oh, wow.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I didn't get offended. I was like, but you know what?
Well, she was telling
My
the
wife-
truth, but
No, but it's not what I say. It's my delivery, and so that's the main focal point is how I deliver. Because when I'm in the audience of certain people, I have to be able to deliver it for them to receive it and hear me. Because I can't be just yelling and getting, you can't be like that to everybody. Everybody not gonna receive it the same way. And so I received that what she was saying, and so because they always tell me your delivery, you got to work on your delivery, and so I'll be like, oh, okay. I got it. But listen, it definitely was a pleasure, Kev. And listen, I will be reaching out to you, bro. And that is going to conclude our show. And listen, it's been an honor, man. I'm definitely
don't go nowhere, Kev. I need to talk to you when it's
yeah. And so this is going to conclude our show. We will see you guys next week. Enjoy the rest of your week and your weekend and be blessed. Peace.